to have been bending long enough that your tongue has intuitively, over time, trained itself to be in the right position to be ready to bend. Number 3, it needs to be very relaxed as you go into the vibrato. Your challenge at first is to try to just really make that 3-draw waver. Go too far, really. You can really hear the pitch going from the 3-draw all the way down to the full bend. That really proves that your tongue is relaxed and it's able to really swing in pitch. Same thing on the 2. And by the way, use different harmonicas too. Maybe the A harmonica is not going to be so successful for you. Try the A, try the B flat, try the C. Try going lower, try the A, try the G. You're going to find where your mouth tends to like to be tuned, and you can experiment and find out what works best for you. Now, once your vibrato is happening pretty regularly, you're able to control that. You're going to work on slowing it down. So here's the 2-draw, where most people will be able to do after a while of practice. Then you try to slow the sucker down. It's hard to control the rhythm and keep it rhythmically even, but here it is on the 3-draw. At a certain point, it just stops and turns into a tremolo. It's actually not a bad idea to practice long tones, where you hold a note with a vibrato, you slow it down, and then allow it to turn into a tremolo and make that transition smoothly. Here's the 4-draw. Hear that turn into a vibrato, from a vibrato to a tremolo. It's a good thing to practice, especially when playing a real mournful, slow blues. My own thought on this is I feel that when I'm slowing down that vibrato, that I'm putting a little bit of tension back into the tongue, which is giving the tongue a little bit of a drag and slowing down the pitch change. So that's my theory. Give it a try. Now, good players to listen to for the vibrato, Paul Butterfield's your big guy to listen to. A lot of singers who have a really swinging vibrato also tend to have that in their harmonica playing. Paul DeLay comes to mind. More classic player, Howlin' Wolf, comes to mind. Modern player, Mitch Kashmar, really love his vibrato. He gets vibrato across the entire range of the harmonica. Pretty much everyone who plays harmonica over a period of time will develop a vibrato. Now, whether they use that or not is totally up to them. Stylistically, one of the things that is interesting is most of the classic players used a tremolo. So if you want to sound like Little Walter, Big Walter Horton, George Harmonica Smith, for example, for the most part, you're going to be using a tremolo, not a vibrato. The vibrato really started to come out more in the Paul Butterfield style of playing, more in your face. And if you want to have that more in your face, more modern sound, you're going to tend to use more of the vibrato. I find myself using a combination of tremolo and vibrato, in other words, a vibrato, but not letting it go too far in pitch. Here's my 2-draw. You can kind of hear the popping of the tremolo and also a slight change in pitch. Tremolo, vibrato, somewhere in between. You'll find over time you'll develop what sounds best to you, but a good idea to work on both these guys.